We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State. Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second.
The end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 29.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Don't do us like that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Wentz on third down. A strong running. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell.
Still third down.
So now they assess a third and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to... behind while the other half is reaching out trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. 36-yard line. So here we are, Charles, the dawn of a new season, and you start looking around at teams that you might think are Super Bowl worthy. I think the discussion begins and ends really with this crew right here, because they're putting together quite an assortment of talent on offense.
And I'm starting to wonder a little bit, partner, is this team playing a little bit of possum right now? In other words, not trying to show everything they've got too early, because they let us watch a few practices, and they looked a little sloppy to me. I wonder if they're a team that feels like they've already arrived and they can just turn it on when the season begins, because, let's face it, it's an embarrassment of riches in terms of talent. So can they put it all together? Can the chemistry develop? And will they be ready to go when the season begins? They've got to pick up the pace in practice from what I've seen.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Butler gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna wind up incomplete. However, we do have a... Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Eagles,
now a toss right to Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Looking to throw. Butler. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's told his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Let's get this done.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dalvin Tomlinson. Carson Wentz sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and that's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And 11.
Wentz. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. first down. Sanders.
Number 20.
Big Leonard Williams there on a stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down now, it's Sanders. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 53 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in... quarter number 2.
Game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Miles Sanders, the ball.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. shotgun now for Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At their own 27-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Butler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action, Butler. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Got a man, Slayton. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, already his 2nd touchdown. The Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Butler. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now back back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah.
And
you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. Wentz now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Wentz. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Now the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 34-16 was your final. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jared Goff, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here.
That's good for a Giants. First down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of me, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Back to throw. Butler sliding out of the pocket. And he fends him off. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Another run with Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Miles Sanders.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Can't do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now Wentz to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Complete to Sterling.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on first down. Butler gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Butler. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Butler. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
11-yard touchdown. And the Giants just
continue to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football.
Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you got front to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped
to open their season.
Thoroughly outplayed here in front
of the national audience. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. A throw left side to start out.
That's complete.
They'll contain him to just 4.
Second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got
a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily
using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a
corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
Exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. And that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the one we're really applauding probably is his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can come for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Well, this game is starting pretty well. Where they go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Again, it's Wentz.
He's finding his man in the backfield. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now, Wentz again. They try for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. See this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Some clock here with Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They think they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back
in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world up to the challenge.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Butler. This is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a nice job to break free of the one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding him here. 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
steps away to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Intercepted. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. Coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the...
Spin the block. rock around like the hair in the clouds. She like the hands in the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna fuck, so they pull each other. Think that they're the winning, think they'll lose, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live a blessing like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to make more money, yes, I'm top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag, and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down company, I'm the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, pop side of the nash. So it's 444 in the carbon dash. Shake a pick, throw the ball, look first and last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money.